All right, let's see if we can't have some fun. In my last video, I forgot to indicate that the infantry are dug in on this mission. So I'm going to rectify that right here. Put some dug in symbols right there for you. All right, now, I live in Florida. We are actually going into another storm watch, and I'm going to have a day off of work because we're going to shut down because of the storm. So that gives me more time to play some games. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see how far we get. Now, as we did in our setup, you can see we do have an attack. That's our current mission. I wrote attack over here in the mission log. And we have 2 infantry and a PaK 40 anti-tank gun. We are at close range, and we're coming in. I chose to come in button down just because we are close range, and in close range, I'll tell you what, even the infantry can take you out in no time whatsoever. In the attack mission, the Germans actually get to go first. Normally, we go first, the Americans go first, and then the Germans. But in the attack mission, the Germans get to go first only on the first turn, and then it switches back over to us going first. So in essence, we actually have, the first turn into the second turn, we get 2 turns in a row. So that's an advantage. But like I said, we are doing a bocage, so we are starting in close range, and the infantry really can take you out. The Panzerfaust will take out a tank like nobody's business. So really, this is a tough one. I'm hoping that we just get lucky, and at first they don't destroy us, and we can get those 2 back-to-back turns. So let's start off. We have a sequence of play. We have a sequence of battle on the back of the rule book I will be using. I'm going to show you here. There has been some changes to it. If you go on BGG and look up the errata, a lot of the videos that I've been seeing were using the original battle sequence, and it did change a little bit. So we will be using that. All right, so first off, we're going to roll to see if any of these can hit us. Now, I'm going to roll first for the infantry. We'll do the PaK gun, and then we'll do the other infantry next. All right, so to hit us, they got to see us to fire. So we're going to roll, and they need a 1 to try and see if they hit us. I rolled a 4 for that one. They apparently, it doesn't mean that they're not necessarily shooting at us. It means that they may be shooting at somebody else. We are not, of course, this is abstracted. We are not only just, 1 tank coming into the situation. We may be in a group of tank, or even other machine guns, or infantry ourselves, and they're not alone really either, but this is just abstract. This is how it's played. So they chose not to fire, or not to target us. So we'll go at the anti-tank gun, a 6. They do not see us or fire at us, and we'll do the last infantry, and a 1, of course. So they're going to try to shoot us. So, you're now the enemy's unit's target. Your tank is automatically targeted by any enemy unit you have shot at. So, we haven't shot at anybody yet, but they're going to shoot at us. So, what's next? They get to roll. If the enemy unit has targeted your tank and they are not required to move by the current mission type, they will fire. All right, so this infantry unit here is going to fire on us. Since we are at close range, they actually get to use the before chart, infantry versus tank. And like I said, they may actually get to use their Panzerfaust chart, which would be horrible. All right, so to fire, close range only. 1 to 3 is a small arms, and 4 to 6 is a Panzerfaust attack. Come on, baby, please. And a 2. Woo! Small arms. So what does it do? We must button up. And luckily we're already buttoned, so nothing really happens to us. But unfortunately they have spotted us, so they don't have to do that spotting roll again. They know we're there. They're going to shoot at us. So that's their turn. Now it goes to our turn, only on the first turn of the attack. Now, I'm going to read something here for you. Okay, so I'm coming in straight. I'm buttoned up. My turret is straight. I do have an infantry unit dug in straight in front of me. I do have the anti-tank gun and an infantry unit over here. So I may be tempted to turn my turret or my tank and attack these first. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to waste a turn, part of my turn. You get 2 activations, 2 actions on your turn. I don't want to waste one of my actions to begin with turning over here and shooting in this area. And another reason is because of this anti-tank gun. In the rule book, it says the Germans were reasonably adept at hiding their AT guns. In any mission, you are not allowed to target an AT gun on the first combat round unless it has fired on your tank first. And they did not fire at us, so we are not allowed to fire at them anyways. So, but the second turn and thereafter, I can. So I'm going to take that advantage. I'm not going to fire on it, and I'm going to just stay and fire ahead. If you look, we get to fire on the B1 main gun, anti-tank, 2-hit chart. We get to roll 2 dice 6, and we are at close range. What are our modifiers? Well, the only modifier right now is we are the fire that is buttoned up. So it's +1. And we need, so let's see what modifier to our dice roll. I rolled a 7. +1 is an 8. That's a miss. Well, that sucks. But HE or WP rounds that hit infantry cause 1 step loss and you get to suppress them. A miss suppresses them only. So I still suppress them. I'm going to put a suppression marker right here on them. So that's good. Also, we pop some smoke. Smoke comes in at 2. Next turn, it'll go down to 1, and then it will be removed. So right now, we've got smoke on them. That's going to hurt us, but it's going to hurt them too if they try to retaliate. All right, my second shot, we fired the WP. I automatic reloaded with an HE. And we're going to fire that HE at that same infantry unit. What is the modifiers now? We already previously targeted them, so we get a -1. There is smoke now, though, at 2, so it's +2, and still, of course, +1 for being buttoned up. So, -1, +1, +2. That's not very good. And I rolled a 5 + 2 is 7, and that's a hit. That is awesome. So what does it say here? HE and WP rounds that hit infantry cause a step loss and also suppresses them. So they get a step loss, but infantry units that are suppressed and receive a second suppression in the same combat round also receive a step loss in addition to other results. So we got lucky. They were already suppressed from the first shot. The second shot is a step reduction plus another suppression. A second suppression in the same round is another step loss, and that defeats this infantry unit. All right. So I'm just going to leave them up here on the board to remind me that we did take care of them. I'm also going to indicate on here, I'm just going to circle it, that we did indicate, we did defeat one of the infantry units. And that's the end of our turn. Now we get to go, and there is no movement of any vehicles. There is no vehicles on the map other than, of course, us. So we get to go to the next step, which is an event check. And the event check is on B9. We get to roll 2d6. Let's roll for that. And we got a 6, and a 6 is no event. So nothing special is happening there. That's awesome. Whew! We're getting lucky. One of the reasons why I really wanted to get rid of that infantry unit as well is if you ever get to a point where there's only one infantry unit remaining on the battlefield during a specific battle, they bug out, they take off, they run away. So by eliminating that first one, now I've only got one unit. Now it's going to stay because there's still, this pack 40 here. But now if I can get rid of that pack 40, they'll just bug out. All right, so we're on to the second turn. We have no end of combat round yet. We didn't have to remove any trucks, like I said, and it's not a defense mission, so we don't decrease range. We're already as close as you can get. And now it's the second round, and we get to go first. So what are we going to do? This is my plan. I'm thinking of turning the whole tank and going hull down, if I can. So how can I do that? Well, I can give an order. Try to keep these straight. And one of the orders is move to hull down. This command causes the driver to find a hull down position nearby. The range does not change unless the player desires. This may or may not be successful depending on the terrain. Immobilization may occur after moving. Check on chart B5. All right, so we're going to move and try to go to hull down. So I'm going to turn, so now I can attack these areas, and I'm going to try to go to hull down. So now I have to check on chart B5. Oh my goodness, to see if we may actually get immobilized. So hull down after movement chart, we get to roll 1d6. Right here, 1 to 4, tank is considered to in the open, or 5 to 6, I get to be hull down, which is my goal. Any modifiers? +1 if driver has eye for terrain skill. Oh, look at that. Our driver has eye for terrain skill. Sweet. -1 if driver is buttoned up. Well, the driver is buttoned up too, so that +1 and -1 cancel each other out. So we're just rolling straight on this roll. Come on, baby. And we got a 6. Nice. So we're hull down. I'm going to move to hull down. We're aiming that area. That's 2. Oh, wait. That's 1 action. Move to hull down. And now we get to try to fire. And I want to fire. I mean, yeah, they've already seen me. So should I just try to take out that infantry unit? Because they're going to fire at me. Or should I try to take out this pack 40? We are hull down now. We fired this HE. We loaded it with another HE. I'm going to take, since they've already spotted us, I'm going to fire at that infantry unit. Maybe I can take them out, and hopefully this Pack 40 won't fire at me again. All right, so, we should have just, well, they're not there anymore, but you do reduce smoke before you do anything. Degrade smoke. So that's down to a 1, but there's no one there. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go after the infantry. I'm gonna go. Oh, it's risky, but that's what I'm gonna do. That's my decision. Hey, Macro's the man. He's making the decision for the Phantom. All right, so we're close range again. We're firing an HE. We have not previously targeted them, even though they previously targeted us. Now, we are the fire. We are buttoned up. That's a +1. There's a +1 if the target is hull down. We are not the target, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're going to fire HE at the infantry, and we're buttoned up, so it's going to be a +1 on the close chart. And, well, not even close. That's an 11. That's a miss. That's an HE miss. So, HE rounds that miss is a suppression. So that's cool. At least we suppress them. That's going to make it not so easy for them to hit us. And we're also hull down, so that's pretty good as well. We use that HE. I'm going to load it with another HE. All right, now it's their turn. The anti-tank is going to try to spot us, and he does not. Awesome. Sweet. The infantry doesn't have to roll for that because they've already spotted us in the prior round. So they're going to fire at us. Now, they fire, they're close range. But what are the modifiers? Well, -1 if infantry is suppressed. -1 if infantry has a step loss. They do not have a step loss, but they are suppressed, so it's -1 on their roll. They're rolling on the to fire close range only. 5 -1 is a 4, and they still hit us. And that's a Panzer. So this says Panzerfaust attack. So they're pretty much going to probably destroy us. Panzerfaust usage. Infantry must pass a morale check. 1d6 less than or equal to their current morale. In order to fire Panzerfaust, else the attack defaults to small arms. Infantry that are reduced have their morale level reduced by 1. Their morale is 4. They're suppressed. They are not reduced. So they're going to fire on the Panzerfaust to kill us. Oh my gosh. Oh. You saw it. That's a 1. A 1 or 2 is a glancing shot or a miss, etc. No effect. That is crazy. That is crazy good for us because it's only 1 or 2. 1 or 2 is the only miss they could have rolled. Unbelievable. So they miss. Unlike us, they don't get to fire twice. Thank God. Oh my goodness. That almost took my breath away. All right, so that's a miss. Now we got enemy vehicles moving. There is no enemy vehicle move. We get to roll on the event chart again. 2d6. Let's see what happens. 5. 5 is destroy 1 random German anti-tank gun. Bam. You're removed. Well, you're blown up and flip you over. What does that happen? at the end of the turn. Now only one infantry unit remains on the battlefield, and they bug out. They're out of here. They split. That's it. It's a success. Wow. That is awesome. We actually successfully completed the attack mission, our very first mission. Macro and the Phantom kicked ass, takes names, and wow. Whew, that was scary. That was scary as hell. That was shot. All right, so what do we get to do next? Well, now, where does it say here? German counterattack. All right, so the mission's complete, but the Germans do have a chance to counterattack. All right, so how do we do a counterattack? Well, we get to roll 1d6 and see what happens. If it's a 6, they counterattack. We don't want a 6. And it's a 4, yes. Woo! No German counterattack. Awesome. So, that's the end of combat. End of combat ends when German units have been removed from the battle board, your tank has been knocked out, or the side holding the field at the end of the victory. So we're holding the field at the end of victory. At the end of the combat. If your tank remains operational, and the current, well, we already did that. Proceed to sequence of play, step 6 on the operation map. So they even tell you to go look at the operation map, and the operation map says 6. If you win the battle, check for war trophies. Chart W1. Nice. Where are you, W1? Right there. All right, so we get to check for war trophies. Let me see here. So roll once at the end of each mission in which you retain the battlefield. You may collect multiples of each item, but it does say not collected if your tank is destroyed, of course. So let's roll on here and let's see what we get here. You get to roll 2d6, and we got a 7. And a 7, nothing. We got nothing. That sucks. All right. Next, we get to obtain awards and experience points. We get to spend experience points if desired. We get to upgrade to a new model of tank, if possible, or desired. Replace seriously wounded or KIA crewmen. Restock ammunition, of course. Exchange war trophies for items, if desired. And then repeat on the next mission line on the mission log until killed or until the last turn of April 1945. Sweet. All right, so what do we get for awards? So our first award is the EAME Campaign Medal. Nice, guys. What's that? This is an award to a tank commander upon completion of his first mission. The award does not confer any prestigious points. So usually when you get an award, you get some prestige. But your first mission, you don't even get any prestige points. And unfortunately, we don't even get any experience points. You have to complete 3 missions. Every time you complete 3 missions, you get to get an experience point. Or if you do any of these major, what do they call them? Major events. Yeah. Or if you do if you end up doing one of the major events, you actually get experience points for that as well. So unfortunately, we don't get any prestige and we don't get any experience, but we're alive. All right. Yeah. The 761st Tank Battalion, the Phantom, is alive. Nobody got injured, nothing. That's awesome. Really, that's actually excellent. All right, let's clear the board. There are a lot of counters in this game. We don't know what our next mission's going to be, but that mission was a success. I'm going to write that down. Success. No real notes. Nothing really special happened. We got lucky. Let's turn you facing straight again. All right, we get to do another mission. All right, I'm going to reload. Now I'm going to, again, put a WP in the breech. The APs and the HEs, you can have pretty much as many, you can bring them as much as you want. One of the things I think I'm going to do, I do like the HEs for softer targets. We will need the APs for tanks, but I'm thinking that I do want to have the option of a Willie P, in the rack. I think I'm going to sacrifice, oh geez, Ted. I think I'm going to sacrifice an AP for Willie P and keep a full rack of HEs available to us. All right, so determined mission. Let's go to the determined mission. All right. We get to roll 2d6. We are still in, of course, this first column here. Let's see what we roll. And it's a 10. 10 is another attack. Great, another attack mission. Attack missions, like I said, can be gnarly, especially, if you start off like we did the first mission in Bocage, or anything that could be close. That sucks. So we're going to do another attack mission. Let me write that down before I forget. We were lucky. We were able to use that eye for terrain last mission. That's cool. All right, let's roll for weather. And weather is 2d6. Weather chart, first column. And we've got a 7. Again, clear. That's awesome. Clear weather. All right. Now we need to roll for terrain, which is A5. Again, first column. We only roll 1 dice. And we got number 6. It's open. Sweet. That's awesome. That's going to help us with the attack. Open is no effect. All right. And when you have an open, I'll read to you what attack says again, just to remember you. Enemy forces are defending terrain. Infantry is considered to be dug in. Enemy forces fire first, only in the first combat round. Possible enemy counterattack at mission completion. And one of the things is with the open and the clear, we actually start at long range. Now, long range doesn't affect us, well, when we're firing, but it really does affect us, when we're fighting infantry for sure. The infantry is not going to be able to hurt us really at long range. All right, also, we're not going to be starting at hull down, so let's change that. I'm going to put my turret straight ahead, my tank straight ahead, and I'm not going to be buttoned. I'm going to come in unbuttoned. Everybody unbuttoned. All right. Now we've got to set up the field. So set up the F2 battle board by rolling enemy on the enemy chart A4. So this is the enemy chart. Again, we're using the first column, and we get to use 2d6. Oh, let's see what happens. And rolled a 3. A 3 is 2 W's. That's 2 trucks. This might be pretty darn easy, this one. All right, let me find 2 trucks. All right, we're going to have 2 trucks. And the trucks now are going to be holding infantry. So let's see where we place the trucks. First off, we'll do the first truck. We'll roll on the chart. And it's in 2, it's in A right here. Let's roll for the second truck. And it's 6, of course, way the heck over here. All right, 2 trucks. All right, so let's find out what type of infantry are in the trucks. And we got to roll on the infantry, the enemy troop quality chart, which is here. 1d6. And whichever one we roll, both of them are going to be that same quality. And I rolled a 4, which of course is the Wehrmacht, which is the regular infantry. So let's find them. They are in the truck right now. And as we know from the, well, let me write that down. As we know from the last mission, infantry in the attack are dug in. Well, right now they're in the trucks. The Germans get the first turn on the attack, and really all they're going to do is jump out of the truck and dig in. So I'm going to write on here, again, WHR infantry, WHR infantry, and there are 2 trucks, but they will, if I don't take them out, they're going to leave after the first round. And I don't think I'm going to waste any energy firing at them. So, German turn first because it's an attack mission. Luckily, we are not close, so I'm not going to have to worry about the Panzerfaust. So on their turn, the infantry are going to disembark from the truck. And since it's an attack mission, they are going to dig in. And now they're dug in. They're in A and C. And we are pointed straight ahead, which means we can't even fire at them. All right, so what I'm going to do is, now it's our turn. They don't even get to roll to target us because they were in a truck. So it's our turn, and I'm going to, it doesn't really matter. I guess I'm going to turn my turret this way for my first turn so that now I can target these areas A and D. I'm going to target A first. My second command is going to be, of course, firing my WT-P, my Willie P. Let's get that out of the way. Get you out of the way. All right. So I'm firing my Willie P. We are at long range. Again, range only changes the column that we use. It affects it a little bit. From close range is 2 to 7 to hit. Long range is 2 to 5 to hit. All right, so 2 to 5. We are clear. We're not buttoned up. We don't have any smoke out there yet. No problem. It's going to be our second command, first fire. I'm going to fire the WP at these guys here. And I got a 3. Wow. That's awesome. 3's a hit. HEWP rounds that hit infantry cause 1 step loss and suppression. So they're already down 1 step loss. Fired that. They're going to get a suppression. All right, and of course, we lay some smoke here in area A. All right, that's the end of our turn. And we, of course, now it says enemy vehicles starting in A and C will move to areas D and E. Unless the mission type is an attack or an assault, enemy units will move even if they are not currently actively targeting you. So they're not really going to move because they're just going to go off the board. Next, we get to do an event check. Event check on B9, 2d6, and 7. No event. All right, that's good. And that's it. Now we're at the end of the turn, and the trucks are just going to be taken off the map. All right, that's cool. All right, we're going into the next turn. So first thing you do, now we get to go first. First thing you do is degrade smoke. Smoke is going to go down to a 1. And where is it? Oh, degrade smoke. And then remove suppression markers from previous combat rounds. So the suppression marker gets to be removed. Okay, but we're going first. My turret is faced towards these guys here. I fired my WP, and I'm going to have loaded it with an HE. And we're going to fire at them. All right, let's fire at these dudes. Long range, 2 to 5. Previous target, -1. There is smoke, though. The smoke has been degraded down to 1. We're not buttoned up. +1, -1. Just a regular shot of an HE. 2 to 5. And I rolled a 2. Holy crap. Again, another step loss. Step loss, they're gone. So they're out of here. I'm just going to leave them right there for now. Pretty much that's it. That was my first thing, my first command. I fired that HE. Gonna load it with the WP, which is not going to do anything because I'm going to say we're just going to turn the turret for my next command. That's done. If you look in the rule book, it's actually step 5 of the action round is the event check. Process results. You are now, see, the event check doesn't come until after the enemy gets a chance to fire. So I believe that they still get to try and fire at me this round. So they're going to try to sight me in, and they don't. They rolled a 3. So now we go to the event check. It says you do the event check. The event check is going to be, again, B9. I rolled 5. A 5 is a destroy 1 random AT gun again. There are no AT guns. So at the end of the event check, if there's only 1 infantry unit left on the battle board, they bug out. So they're gone. And that's it. Wow, that was an easy one. Nice and easy. That's 2. That's 2 successes. We didn't really, I'm just going to cross out the trucks. I didn't do them. We do get credit for getting rid of the infantry. That is another success. All right. No real notes, but we do now German try to do a counterattack. The German do get to counterattack. And they roll 2. They didn't counterattack. Should have done that before, but so now the combat is over. It was a success. We do get to go on the war trophies. Let's see if we get some war trophies this time. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And 5. 5 is MP38 40 submachine gun. Nice. So we found a submachine gun. Now that submachine gun gives us a trade value of, well, 2. Not a lot. Jeez. A Walther PPK gives us 4. A Nazi flag gives us 4, but a submachine gun only gives us 2. That's all right. All right. So we got that. Now, do we get any more medals? No. That's only our second mission. We didn't take out any tanks or any vehicles. So we don't get any more. Nobody got hurt. We don't get any experience points. That's only our second mission. But we're all healthy and strong. Let's clear the board. Get everything out of the way. Be nice to get something other than an attack. And a WP. Bring back how it was, the WP and the HE. All right. No experience points, like I said, no prestige. All right, let's move on. We're going on to another mission. Mission number 3. And we're going to roll for our mission on A1, or mission on A1. A1, first chart, 2d6, 6. Attack again. Now, I did talk about this special mission, and that's St. Lo's number 1. However, it is the first major event, but if you look down here, the red number parentheses indicate major event 4.7. So even though St. Lo is the first major mission on the board, it actually doesn't take place until July of 1944. We're still in June, so we're going to ignore that red 1 right there. And what do we have again? Attack! Awesome. Another attack. Another attack mission. Sweet. 3 attack missions in a row. All right, let's see what we got here. 3 attack missions. Now we're going to roll for the weather. And weather's 2d6. First column again, we've got an 8. 8 is clear again. Wow, we've got some clear weathers here in June. That's awesome. And now we get to roll for terrain. Terrain makes me nervous. 1d6. First column. 4 woods. Well, that's not bad. But let's see what wood says. Wood says +1 HE and MG attacks. Mission starts at medium range. So I'm going to start here at medium range. That's cool. At least we're not close range. We're not going to have to worry about Panzerfaust. We do have a +1 on the HE and the MG, though, for being in the woods. All right. Nice. Now we got to figure out our enemy. So we're going to roll 2d6. 9. 9 is 1 SPG and 2 infantry. All right. Well, let's find out which SPG we're going to be dealing with. We're going to roll the D10 now on the SPG chart. And it's a 3. A 3 is a JG Panzer IV. Don't know. And let's go find that dude. All right. Okay, so the JG Panzer IV is a type of tank. It's SPG, but it's a strong sucker. It's got main gun. Their firepower is a 7, and their armor is 6 in the turret, 6 in the hull, and 4 in the sides. Whew, luckily, at least I have a 6 firepower. Oh my gosh, this guy's going to be tough. And we get 2 infantry. Again, let's roll for the infantry again. And the quality for the infantry are 1d6, and it's a 6. Oh no, elite troops. Good thing we are in the woods and we're at medium range, because if we were close, those elite troops would destroy us. So they're morale 5. So now we get to roll on the secondary column, and they can either be the Fallschirmjäger. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even try. The Fallschirm or SS troops. And what do we have? And they are, of course, SS troops. So I've got to find 2 SS troops. All right, we've got 2 SS troops. Their morale's 5, much better. All right, let's find out where we're going to place them. Let's start with the SPG. He's going to be here at 2. Let's do the first SS infantry is at 2. And the other infantry is at 1. They're all in here, all grouped together. And of course it's an attack, so these infantry are dug in. All right. Sweet. And they get to go first, of course. All right. So let's see if they see us. We're going to roll for the tank first. Nope. This middle SS group. Nope. And the other SS group. And no. All right, cool. So nobody saw us. That's cool. Now, they do give you the rules here. If the current mission is attack or assault, of course, they get to go first. It says start by completing the targeting. They did not target us. All right. And then we go on to, it says step 5, which that's step 5. We get to resolve any mortar. There's no mortar attack. Then we go on to enemy forces fire or move. If enemy unit has targeted a tank, of course, then they fire. And they don't. So they get to move. Enemy vehicles starting in areas A or C will move to area D or E unless the mission type is attack or assault. Enemy units will move even if they are not currently actively targeting you. All right, so let me write everything down here. We are in another attack mission. We have a JGPZ-4. And we have SS Infantry. 2 SS Infantry. All right, now I'm open. I'm at medium range. They did not spot me. Nobody's moving. I was straight ahead. I'm not going to turn my turret. I'm actually going to turn my tank for my first turn, and my second one. They really can't hurt me. The infantry really can't hurt me that much from medium range. I'm not worried about that. I am worried about, of course, this SPG. So, I've got phosphorus, white phosphorus. What I'm going to do is, I get to go twice. I'm gonna take, you know what? I'm still gonna fire that white phosphorus. I'm gonna fire that white phosphorus. I get 2 shots in a row. I'm gonna fire my WP, my Willie P, at this infantry unit here. And, you know, see what happens. I'm at medium range. We're not buttoned up. No smoke. No previous target. No special modifiers. Medium range 2 to 6 to hit. And I got a 12, so I missed. But that's cool. I still have the WP, so I still get to put smoke in area A. So that's going to affect everybody in area A. And that was my second command for that round. So that's it. Now WP though, remember, rounds hit infantry. Even if they miss, I do get to suppress them. So at least I suppress them. All right. Now I'm going to, that's the end of the turn. We get to roll on the event chart. It says no vehicles. It says vehicles don't move. In an attack or an assault mission. So I guess they don't move. All right. Let's roll on an event chart. Four. German artillery attack. That sucks. That sucks. All right, German artillery attack. Your tank receives an attack on the MGHE attack chart at -1 DRM for mortars and -3 DRM for artillery. All right, and this is an artillery attack. If an artillery achieves a B result, your tank is also immobilized. Weather DRMs do not apply. It's clear anyways. So we're rolling on the MGHE attack chart -3 DRM. HEMG attack chart. They're attacking our tank. -3, roll 2, roll high. It's a 6. The 6 is nothing. It's missed. Whew. Oh man, that artillery missed us. Thank goodness. I didn't want to button up if I didn't have to. All right, now we're on to round 2, and we get to go first this time. First, smoke degrades and remove suppression. All right, you dudes are back. But now I'm in position. I fired that WP, and I'm going to load it with an AP because I want to take out that tank, that SPG. So let's fire at that SPG. So we've got to see if we can hit him. We are at medium range. We haven't targeted him before. There is smoke in the area. That is a +1. We are not buttoned up. Medium range, +1. 7 + 1 is 8. That is a miss. So I missed. We're going to fire again. That was an AP. I'm going to fire another AP at him. Or I should do this. Firing at this. Now we did previously target. That's a -1. The smoke is at a +1, so we're just normal. Six is a hit. Nice. All right, so we hit him. So now that we hit him, we get to go down to the main gun AT penetration chart, which is B3 here. Now it says right here, after getting a hit, roll 1d6 if shooting at the front of an armored target. We have aimed towards them, so we are shooting at the front of their target. A 1 to 2 is a turret armor hit. A 3 to 6 is a hull armor hit. It really doesn't matter, but we're just going to do it because their turret and armor and hull armor are the same. But I'll just show you what happens. So I rolled a 3. So that is a hull armor hit. If the target's hull down, all hits to the front are to the turret anyways. All hits to the side are always side armor, even if hull down. And compare the adjusted penetration versus the target's armor. So our firepower is a 6. Their armor is a 6. We're looking on this chart here. The penetration equals the armor. So this is what we're having here. Now, any range effects. Range effects on penetration. Long range, -1. Short range, +1. We're medium range, no change. APCRs, nope. WP hits, destroy a tank or SPG on an additional 1d6, roll 1. And always destroy a wheeled vehicle. We know that. IMM results are treated as ineffective versus hull down. We don't have to worry about that. Aim skill. We don't have an aim skill. No aim skill on our gunner. So we're just looking on the normal penetration, and there's no, modifiers. All right, rolling 2d6. We want it high. Come on, baby. 9. IMM results are treated as ineffective versus hull down. So what is an IMM? IMM is immobilized. Well, that tank's immobilized. All right. And that was my AP. And unfortunately, now that we targeted them, they are going to target us back. So I don't have to roll for them, but I still need to roll for each individual infantry. I'm going to roll for that dude. Nope. That dude. Nope. But they're going to fire at us. That sucks. So if enemy unit has targeted us, well, they target us because we targeted them. SPGs roll on the B1 chart, just like us. They're going to roll 2 dice. They are medium range as well. There is smoke still, a 1, so it's +1. They haven't targeted us yet, so that we are not a previous target. And that's it. So +1. That's an 8. 8 is a miss. Whew. They miss us. Infantry didn't see us or weren't choosing to fire at us. So we get to go to another end of event. They're immobilized, but they're not moving in an attack anyways. So that's all right. Let's look on the event chart. 2d6. 5 again. Destroy one random German anti-tank gun. Sorry, there aren't any. Nothing. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, now remove smoke, degrade smoke. Smoke is gone. There is no suppression to remove. Actually, you know what? It says suppress them. Even if you miss, suppress them only. Oh, okay, so I don't think that means that they should have shot at us. They were suppressed, but or do they? It's a miss. I'm going to say that because we suppressed them, they knew we were there. So I'm going to let them shoot at us too. I'm going to let that infantry unit that was suppressed, before we move on, I'm going to let them shoot at us. I'm going to say they targeted us. Now, what they're going to do, though, now is because they're not at close range, they can't do the infantry versus tank. It's only close range only. They actually get to use the machine guns. So they're using they still got to try to hit us. Medium range, there was one smoke, so +1, 6, 7, 9, 10. Yeah, they didn't hit us anyways. So I think it was a miss, but we did target them. Yeah. Okay. Sorry for the confusion. Yeah. So now it's our turn, and we're going to. Oh well, sorry. We load the AP. We're gonna fire at the SPG again. Medium range. No smoke anymore. We did previously target them, so we get a -1. And I rolled a 5, -1 is a 4, and that's a hit. So we get to hit them again. Again, we have a 6. It doesn't really matter where we hit them. Okay, we hit them in the turret. They have 6 armor as well, so our armor is equal. No added benefits. Oh my god, a 4. It's ineffective. Nothing. I could take a round to load some more. I could take a turn to load 4 APs into the ready rack. I could shoot my WP and put some more smoke on them. Yeah, after I shot that, I loaded with my Willie P. I'm going to shoot the Willie P at them. Same thing, medium range, -1. I got a 7, -1 is a 6, is a hit. So, I hit with the WP. And that's going to put smoke back in that area again. It's going to help me out a little bit. Now, a WP, though, can go on the penetration chart. It's still, because it's still an incendiary device. So I have a 6 on a 6. And WP hits destroy a tank or SPG on an additional 1d6 roll of 1, and always destroys a wheeled vehicle, truck, AT gun. It also places smoke 2 marker, whether it's a hit or a miss. So I have to roll an additional 1d6, and I have to roll a 1 for them to actually hit this tank. And I rolled 3. So the WP doesn't hit them, but it does put smoke. So that's going to help me a little bit. I'm not going to... That was my second turn, so... Oh, that's not looking good. I'm gonna have to take a round to load up. You can load up to 4 ready spots. I'm gonna have to put some APs in there on my next turn. All right, that's cool. So the SPG fires at us. Medium range. Now there's smoke. They did previously target us. That's a -1, but there is smoke too, so it's a +1. That's a 5, and they hit us. That sucks. That sucks. So they hit us, and their penetration is a 7, which is greater than our armor. And they're going to destroy us. After getting a hit, roll 1d6 to see if it's a turret or hull. It is a 5. 5 is hull armor. Our hull armor is doesn't matter. Their penetration's a 7 anyways. They're greater than us. They're gonna roll 2d6 and they're gonna destroy us. And they rolled a freaking 3. Can you believe that? They did not destroy us. Whew. They immobilized us. So we can't move now. That is... I probably should have pulled out. Oh my goodness. We are now immobilized as well. All right, now this infantry unit is going to try and target us. No. And this infantry unit is going to fire at us. Medium range, +2 for the smoke. They did previously target us, -1, so it's a +1. 4, 5, 6, that's a 7, that's a miss. So they missed us. End of turn, no movement, we're both immobilized. We get to check for an event. Come on, it would be great if we could destroy an enemy vehicle. 6, no event. All right, our turn. And I'm going to take one combat round to reload 4 slots on my ready with 4 APs. And I'm going to have one in the rack. And my second one is I'm going to shoot at the tank again. But first, I have to degrade the smoke. The smoke is degraded to 1. No suppression to remove. I'm going to fire, use my second command to fire at that tank again. Again, medium range, previous target. Let's see what we can do with this AP. Come on, baby, let's get a hit. Come on. 6 - 1 is 5. 6 is a hit anyways. All right, we hit. Doesn't matter. We hit 2. We hit the turret. Turret is a 6. Our firepower is a 6. We are equal. No added benefits. Oh my gosh, finally. Whew, I rolled a 10. 10 equal is destroyed. Woo! Destroyed that tank. Oh my goodness. Use that AP, get out of there. I'm gonna put an HE up here. Oh my goodness. Well, we got him. All right, Germans' turn. Infantry is going to see if they can see us, and they still don't fire at us. This infantry is going to fire at us. The smoke is 1. They targeted us previously. There's no, and of course they rolled a 6, which is a hit. Oh wait, so they hit us. So they're doing machine gun. They hit us. They've got to now roll versus us on this chart here. They hit us with a machine gun. So we're looking on B2, and it's against the tank. So anything here, infantry, step loss, no. Blah, blah. Modifiers, previous target -1, smoke +1. We are in the woods, +1. Infantry dug in, +1. Wow. 1, 2, 3, +3, -1. So +2. Roll 2 dice. 6 + 2 is an 8. An 8 is nothing. So their machine guns really can't do anything. What they can do is button us up. But they've got to roll a 2, 3, or 4. Plus with all those modifiers, it's almost impossible for them to do anything at medium range to us. So that's the end of their turn. The end of the turn. We get to roll on a event check. I can't believe we got that tank, to be honest with you. 8. 8 is no event again. All right. Well, at least now we remove any smoke, degrade smoke, no more smoke, no suppression, so we don't have to worry about that. Now we get to just basically shoot at them. You know what I might want to do? I'm unbuttoned. I'm going to shoot. My commander is very excited for taking out the tank. His first, well, SPG kill. And so he's gung-ho. Macro's gung-ho here. He's going to shoot his machine gun, his 50 cals, AAMG commander. We're going to flip that over to the 1. He's going to shoot his machine gun at this infantry that, can see us. All right. So we still got to, that's main gun. Main gun versus infantry. So it's not a main gun. So he's rolling on the B2. HE and MG attack chart. We're attacking infantry. So there's the infantry right there. No more smoke. The smoke's gone. We did previously target them, so that's a -1. And we are in the woods, so that's a +1. They are dug in, that's a +1. So it's +1. +1 on this first infantry chart. Oh, Jesus. 2, 3, so it's a 4. Oh, that's a 1 plus an S. That means 1 step loss, and they are suppressed. All right. And he's going to shoot his machine guns again. He's just going all out at them. Machine gun, remove view. That's 50 cal. Same as before. -1 for previous target. +1 for woods. +1 for dug in. So it's a +1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11. 11 is nothing. He missed. Gosh darn it. Oh, wanted to take them out. No, we didn't. All right. Now it's their turn. Let's see if those guys can see us. No, they do not still. They're going to fire at us. And of course, now it's medium range. They're firing their MG at us. We have the woods +1. They're dug in +1. They did previously target us -1. So it's +1. 10, 9, 10, 11 is nothing. That's the end of their turn. We go on to an event check. Be nice to have an event other than something that's going to destroy an AT or 8. 8 is no event. All right, and next turn we get to remove their suppression and smoke. There's no smoke, but they do have a step loss. Should we just send an HE at them? Let's just send an HE at them. We're going to fire the HE. Medium range, previous target -1, no smoke anymore. 8 -1 is 7, and that's a miss, but at least it suppresses them. We're going to, okay, so we fired that HE. We're going to put another HE in there. We're going to fire that HE at them. 6 -1, that's a hit. Second hit, that destroys them. They're gone. Put them up here. Use that HE, no longer suppressed. Whew, finally. I didn't think we were going to survive that one, I'll be honest with you. I did not believe that we were going to survive that. We're not out of the woods yet. Let's remember that. So let's do an event check. You never know, we could get attacked. 7 again, no event. All right. And now we have to roll, though, because it's another attack mission, to see if they counterattack us. And 5, no, they do not counterattack us. End of the round, they're the only infantry unit left on the board. They're going to bug out. And another successful mission. Oh, I can't believe it. Success, success, success. I thought we had it. When that Panzer hit us, that's the only 2 rolls that they could have made was a 2 and a 1. And they mobilized us, but they didn't take us out. So another success in the mission. We were immobilized, but Macro and the boys in the Phantom survived. Whew, that was good. All right, so any medals? No, again, I don't believe we get any medals. Now it is our 3rd mission. Let me take a look. Now, after the battle in which you are immobilized, we have to roll a 1d6. On a roll of 1 to 2, you will miss the next mission for repairs. So on a roll of 1 or 2, we will miss the next mission for repairs. And a roll of 4, good. We're fine. Now, we don't get any medals for that mission, but it says for every 3 missions completed, regardless of success or failure, the crew gain an experience point. Nice. So we finally get another experience point. That is our 3rd mission. All 3 were successes. And we get to roll for a trophy. What do we get here? War trophies. Let's get something good this time. Oh, that WP, that machine gun we got has a value of 2. Let's see if we can get something more valuable. 7, nothing. Again, nothing. 3 missions, all we found is 1 lousy German machine gun. But we do have 1 experience point now. We do have our 1 little Eastern combat ribbon. 3 successes is great. Oh my gosh. Let's clean the board. Turn you back to straight. You know, and we've just been lucky. Nobody's got injured. We haven't been destroyed. We kind of got a little messed up there. We didn't have enough armor penetrating weapons. We had to take a full command to reload the ready rack. But at least HEs and APs are unlimited. You can just keep reloading them. We did have fun here with our machine gun a little bit. Hadn't done that before. Although it was pretty much, well, we suppressed them. Pretty much useless. Let's load back up here. I'm going to stay with my WP, even though maybe I shouldn't. I'm going to stay with my regular 4 APs, 3 HEs, and a WP. All right. That's gone. Let's see what we get for our next mission.